Good morning, Mr. Smith. My name's Tori and I'm with Respiratory. I'm here today to talk to you about your oxygen cylinder. So today I brought it in E-cylinder, which is something that we use commonly here at the hospital. The E-cylinder is just a size of cylinder. If you notice here, I've got it on a cart. The cart's safety precaution. We want to make sure that we keep these cylinders standing upright at all times. They are pressurized, and so that's why we do that. With oxygen, you want to make sure that there's always a no smoking sign present, because oxygen itself is not flammable, but it will greatly accelerate the rate of fire, and so that's why we do that. Also with oxygen, it should always be stored upright and in a cart or some kind of a chained area to the wall so that it can't tip over because of that pressurized factor. Also, we notice that it's green. Green is the color in the United States for oxygen. And so we know that this is oxygen because we see that it's green. We also know it's oxygen because we have a label right here that's telling us that we do in fact have oxygen in this cylinder. So we know that what we have because we have green and because we are being told so by the label. Now it sounds like your doctor's ordered 3 liters per minute of oxygen for you. This particular cylinder here is not a new cylinder. This cylinder is one that's already been used. But if you had a new cylinder, there would be a piece of plastic across this right here. That plastic is what's sealing it from the outside. Before use, we peel that plastic piece off to reveal the stem-like piece. And then we're going to do what's called crack the tank. We don't need to crack the tank except for on the first time, but to do that, you'll take your wrench tool, you'll hook it on the top, and you'll open this one turn. You'll hear a loud psh sound. Close it up. That's going to seal it back. That cracking the tank is done so that we can blow any debris out from the top of the cylinder. Okay, this particular type of cylinder is part of the PIN Index Standard Safety System, which uses a flow meter that looks like this. This is a regulator which has a flow meter attached here. This is where you're going to dial up to that 3 liters per minute. This is our pressure gauge. It's telling us how much pressure is left in the tank, and we use that so we know when it's time to change out the tank. And this is to tighten the regulator to the tank. So part of it being the PIN Index Standard Safety System, you can see that there's 2 pins on the inside along with a washer. The purpose of this is that the pins will slide into the top of the cylinder on the side holes here. The washer is going to help us get a good seal. If the washer is damaged or in improper working order, we're going to hear a loud sound telling us that we need to troubleshoot what's wrong with our cylinder. So I'm going to go ahead and put our regulator onto our cylinder. So we're going to go ahead and slide the pins in. On the washer, we're going to make sure that's level, and then we're going to go ahead and tighten it up. And we're going to go ahead and open one full turn using our wrench tool to see how much pressure we have left in the cylinder before we need to change it. This is also our opportunity to listen for any leaks that may be occurring with the cylinder. We don't seem to have any leaks in this tank, which is great news, but we are at 1000 psi, which tells us that before long we're going to have to change this tank. Go ahead and close the tank here, and I'm going to do what we call bleed the tank. To do that, you're going to turn on the flow meter. You're going to hear that. That's releasing any pressure between the cylinder and the flow meter. That's going to help us prevent any pinch fingers or injury while removing the regulator from the cylinder. So at 3 liters per minute, you take 0.28, which is the tank factor for this E-cylinder. We're going to multiply that by 1000 for our PSI, divide it by 3, which is going to leave us with 93 minutes of airtime. That gives us 1 hour and 33 minutes to use this tank before it's empty and it's time to change them out. Do you have any questions for me today? All right. Have a great day. Thank you.